everyone off because of the Father's Day thing.
Yeah, well, things happen.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, well, Seflivil for the time being, an adjunct of the West Road Gateway. The PCs are investigating things around the town of Seflivil, which is where a noble friend of theirs, I guess you would call her a friend at this point, maybe closing in on patron, I don't know, has been installed as the local noble and is having maybe just a little trouble fitting in.
How many electricians does it take to install a noble?
Oh man, you got to get the inspectors in from the plus which it's usually a union job.
It's fine.
Well, it's not fine that somewhere out there is a priest or sorcerer or something of Gillagius, a rather cantankerous deity of storms and whatnot, looking to cause some sort of trouble.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Then you have a few people around town who may not have the town's best interests in mind, or may put their own first or something. You've met the rather unpleasant matron of the town.
Oh yes, Bertha Blue Nose.
Not as such, Vanya Celebre.
I stand by my name at nomenclature.
Well, as you wish. Plus, in a quiet moment at home, when she was by herself, she was certain she saw someone by one of the windows.
Right.
A rather concerning affair, considering the background that brought her to this place in the first place.
Right.
We left off in the evening, I believe. And please pardon me a moment, I need to make some biological sounds.
I'm not sure what happened just now.
Well, I've been trying to fight off some sort of sinus infection. It's made demands of me. Anyway, that's dealt with. Sorry about that.
Anyway, so at some point, Candace saw something that alarmed her, but she wouldn't talk about it.
Wouldn't or couldn't?
Well, I was not sufficiently. I didn't have the wisdom to figure out what was going on in her head. I was persuasive enough to get her to talk about it, but not wise enough to see if there was anything to talk about.
Okay, so let's see. The question arises: who is where this night? I believe we had Argyle, and at the time it was Gilly at Newbury's Keg Tap.
Keg Tap, okay.
Newbury's Keg Tap. Because he had cast Detect Magic at one point in the main room and sensed something just below the floorboards behind the bar.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying my hand at being a rogue.
Yep.
We'll see how that works. Because at the moment you're playing a lone hand.
Or a lone bird, as that case may be. In any case, I'm pretty sure under the circumstances, I would be most likely to be at the manor.
Let's see. I believe Thagak is at the manor. I believe Saria is taking up residence outside the manor. Tess is taking up residence outside the manor. And Warren is taking up residence outside the manor.
Yep. You're going to catch him in the act.
I think I believe before we separate into inside the walls or outside the walls, I believe I told Saria about Candace seeing something that shook her, but I couldn't get out of her what it was.
Right. let's see. Which group shall I start with, given that the one group is one person? You know what? We're going to start with Argyle, at least just for a few minutes.
Okay.
I'll get back to the rest of you shortly, but in the meantime, yeah, rooms at the Keg Tap are reasonably priced. The food is okay. The drink is more than okay. As the beers and the meads and such are what she prides herself on.
Okay.
And that is Jody Newbury, the proprietress of that place, apparently a blood descendant of the founder. Anyway, it's gotten late. The bar has closed. Everyone has pretty much gone to bed. And that leaves you. Awake?
Cool. Yes.
And ready to get into mischief. What are you doing?
When things have quieted down, I'm going to let ACOG take a quick look down into the common room to make sure that everything is quiet and everyone has gone to bed. And as soon as that is the case, I'm going to go down there for a nightcap or something.
Right. Okay, so you let ACOG out into the hall. He looks around, sort of hop, 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 flap, flap, flap over to the stairway down. He lands on the banister and slides down. And in his and in your mind, you can hear "wee" boom at the bottom. Looks around some more. Flaps his way on over to the bar. And the thought in your mind is, "It's clear, boss."
Okay. Yeah. Then I'm going down there and sneak quietly, so not to
Yeah, that's the way one ordinarily tries to sneak.
Yeah.
But you.
Can
Maybe.
I? That's the question.
You don't have proficiency in stealth, so all you have there is a +1, it looks like.
Just have to roll good. It'll be fine.
It could happen.
Dexterity.
Yep.
Let us see. And that is a 4.
Ooh.
A mighty success, basically, in a world where the maximum number would be 4 or so.
In the country of the deaf, the wizard can sneak around. Here, not so much.
Yeah.
So
okay.
You're on your way to the stairway. It's cool, freaky, dark in the inn. Candles here and there, but you're sort of going by feel. And at one point, you feel that vase, and you almost feel it off the table. So there's a bit of a clatter as you fidget around and get it back in place. No harm done, but you're pretty sure you made some noise.
Yeah. Is there something here like an outhouse or so, or yeah, something inconspicuous where I could go and play at being the clumsy guy who just does something normal?
Oh, you don't have to play. I mean, yes, there is. Sort of back and behind the staircase. Or back near where the stairs go downstairs. There is a, well, for lack of a better word, a crapper for general guest use.
Yeah, I'm just going there to let things quiet down.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm reasonably sure...
They'll do that right about the time you leave.
And when I'm reasonably sure that what I did first has not drawn too much attention, I'm returning to go on with my foul deed.
Well, let's see.
I guess that's a trick that only can work once, because...
How many times do you need to go to the bathroom in a night?
Yeah.
Although in this inn, depending how much you drink.
Depends. How old are you?
Yeah.
Not that old.
Depends.
Have you had that much to drink?
Oh yeah, that's a reasonable...
Okay, you do hear someone walking around out there.
Mm-hmm.
Step, pause. Whoever it is goes down the stairs. You can't hear whatever's going on down. Well, yes, actually you can. ACOG is hidden behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And the step comes downstairs. So you can hear it through ACOG.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever it is looks around down there, apparently. And then goes back up the steps. You hear him come up the steps, or her. Hard to tell.
Well, yeah, I'm on my way back.
And then whoever it is goes back off to wherever they'd come from.
Can I get a peek to see who it is?
Okay, I'd like a perception check for that.
Yay, perception.
Something he's...
Do I also not have...
You don't have proficiency in that. I'm thinking maybe you ought to have proficiency in more things than you have. I need to review people's character sheets because I think people who went off menu may have... I may have accidentally stiffed you on proficiencies. This will be for a later time, though.
So that's... I don't get anything I expect.
Oh, you get a +1 for your wisdom.
I think it's +2 because I have wisdom 14.
14? I have 13 on the sheet.
Okay. Let's review that.
Mm-hmm.
So... So, would that make a difference between 9 and 8?
The difference between 8 and... Well, let's see. 8 would be a minus... 8 and 9 would both be -1.
No, I mean, why my result for the roll with perception was 9, considering it was +2.
Okay.
But if it's +1, it's 8. I think both would be failures.
Yeah, it is... yeah, not nearly enough to get a look at whoever it was that just passed down the hallway.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I give it some more time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to try and go down one more time.
Okay.
So, okay, I've wisdom 14 on my sheet.
Okay, not a bad number. You go down the stairs. You have, well, let's see, much less trouble feeling your way down this time. Because you know that little table's there by the stairs.
You know where everything is.
Mm-hmm.
Having fallen over it the first time.
And there are a few lights on in the bar. Just a candle or two left for people to light the people's way.
Mm-hmm.
In case they need to go out for whatever reason. And Acock pops up from behind the bar and says, "So, what'll it be?"
We are going to open that
little hatch under the
yes.
Mm-hmm.
That one, yes.
Yeah, that one. That appears to be nailed shut.
Mm-hmm. But I do have a dagger with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect that I will be able to wedge the nails out using the dagger as a
lever.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. For this, for this, I would like you to give me. Well, you're working with your hands here. Be a dexterity check.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how it goes.
So a dexterity check.
That should be +1.
Oh no! A critical failure.
Oh, oh dear.
Not much. Okay.
Okay, so you're prying there with your knife. You get it under the head of one of the nails, and you start pushing down on one side of the dagger to pry up the nail. You push, it resists. You push, it resists. You push. About 3/4 of your blade resists. Yeah. Yeah, you've just taken a kind of a chip out of your dagger.
Loud, quiet.
Well, there was a sort of bump when your hand went down, when the hand that was pushing down on the dagger to pry up the nail suddenly just hit floor.
Okay. What?
I'm sorry?
Some clear drink.
You're frozen there for a moment and I couldn't hear.
I think his packets are still catching up to us. Uh-oh.
Of clear water, so as a pretext. What am I doing here behind the bar? I'm looking for a glass of water or a keg of water to drink because my throat was so dry.
Mm-hmm. I know that feeling. So, yeah. You're following up on that pretext, probably picking up that little piece of dagger and putting it with the rest of it. And
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're looking for the water, and in from the back comes... Oh, yeah, Jody Newbury. She looks at you curiously and says, "Can I get you anything?"
Oh, yes. I was looking for a bit of water.
Oh, well, this keg right here.
Oh, thank
Keg
you.
of water.
Thank you. Part of a keg, maybe. So just a couple of gulps of water. Thank you.
Matthew, you come at an auspicious time.
So,
Now, as it stands, Argyle has just tried to get downstairs, succeeded on the second attempt, has not yet pried the trap door open to see what's inside. Instead, he's had to feign thirst to convince Jody he had perfectly innocent reasons for being down there.
and I broke a chip out of my dagger.
Dagger, no!
Okay.
Dagger's not the best thing to pry nails loose from floorboards with. Who knew?
Yeah.
That dagger was just 3 days to retirement.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm not as well equipped
for burglary as you
thought
thought.
I'd be. Mm-hmm. So,
and hello, Shu.
I didn't get an invite today.
I did send one.
I didn't get it.
So
I had to hunt this down.
Oh, sorry about that.
Why hasn't game started? No, really, why hasn't game started? So here I am, finally.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Jody is getting Argyle a glass of water, tapped from the keg.
Wait, water from a keg?
Water from a keg, yeah.
I thought that was weird too.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Well, they catch rainwater, and they occasionally bring in filtered rainwater and river water to make beverages with.
Rainwater around here has all been kind of salty, hasn't it?
Late,
Yes.
yeah, that's a problem. But they know how to filter water.
So, well, then I thank her, drink, and now I've run out of excuses for
problematic.
stalking through the night. So I will apparently have to admit to defeat.
Unless Jilly wants to come in with a rescue.
Oh gosh! Hey everybody! Hey, listen, could you be a sweetheart and make me chamomile tea? I am so tired, but I cannot sleep to save my life.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, thank you so much. I say and dramatically rest my head on the counter.
Okay, chamomile tea. Maybe with a meat chaser, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
She goes into the back.
Okay.
Yeah, Jilly just kind of stomped on downstairs, or I'm not sure how to describe that motion. Not so much a flounce as a tired sort of slump.
Yeah.
Am I here?
Okay. I'm not sure where Saphir was in this.
I'm staying with Jilly in the house.
Okay, Jilly isn't at the house. Jilly is at Newbury's Keg Tap in town.
Oh, okay.
The keg tap. Now, you were certainly welcome to stay with me.
Okay.
Although the house is where the action will be going down, I think. If
Oh, I
there's
don't know. I
action.
think there's a good bit of action happening right here, right now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
Both.
we do the action here, not the bad guys. Or are we the bad guys?
We
I'm
might.
not.
Well,
I'm not
Well-
sure.
Well,
Yeah,
you
in
are.
this particular instance.
After bad guys. What?
Well, you're
I
trying
have
to liberate
taken.
some treasures that are decidedly not yours from someone who might not even know about them.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm doing that,
Yeah.
or Argyle's doing that?
Argyle's doing that, and Jilly is trying to assist at
Yeah.
the moment.
Okay.
Yep. Though I do say after she's out of the room, you know, if this doesn't work, we could gasp, try the honest approach.
The honest approach.
Yeah,
It's so crazy, it just might work.
I know.
Hmm.
I know. I'm thinking outside the box.
Yeah. Okay. Since I really don't have the correct
And this would be an opportunity for Saphir to come down, and
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
things are apparently happening here at the bar.
Okay.
Yep.
If I see Jilly being all yawning and stuff, like, I'm just gonna like go over and scoop her up and cuddle her and pat her head and be just like, tired, little bean?
Yeah, at least that's my excuse. She's making tea for me.
Aw. And then I'll kind of lean in and go, all right, so what is it this time?
Oh, he just wants to check something out. And
Fair
I've got to be honest. There could be coins under there.
There could.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah. So
I laid out a
yeah,
tire for the horde.
yeah.
I'm just like petting Jilly's hair, like, that's our Jilly.
Yep.
Always thinks of the horde first.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, but I think that's a good idea, actually. Chili,
Hoard in the sense of huge pile of money.
you are
Maybe not.
right, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You won't know till you get in there. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
So
I mumble,
when-
of course I'm right.
when the innkeeper returns with the tea, I'm going to stomp on that floorboard and say, "What's in there that sounds hollow?"
Well, okay. Jody comes out with a cup and saucer of tea, as is the custom for tea, and a small sort of half tankard. I found a metheglin sack. If the tea doesn't do it for you, try that.
Oh, fantastic. I saved that for later. Who knows when that could come in handy.
And when you draw attention to the floorboards, Argyle, she looks down. Yeah, I've been meaning to have that looked at. It doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I think so. Could it be that there is something put in there or so? I have recently been to an establishment where the owners had important papers down in something like that. So I was thinking maybe this was something like that, but
Well, I can't say it isn't.
Could it be your missing keg tap?
She looks back at the wood, glass, and velvet box stuck to the wall, which has an indentation in it the shape of a keg tap. And she says, well, I don't know, maybe.
Should we take a look together?
It's nailed shut. Well, if we can pry it open.
Well, do you have something like a crowbar or something?
I get crates in occasionally. Let's see if I can find a pry bar.
Oh, that would be great. I'd be happy to assist.
Yeah, there's a ring. There is actually what looks like a place where a ring could pull out of the floor.
Oh.
Make it look like a proper trap door, but of course it's nailed
Okay,
shut.
we'll need a horseshoe, a wax doll, and a lighter.
I remember the puzzle. That was from Silent Hill 2, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, good reference.
And it's been pointed out that you need those to make a handle for the trap door while you're carrying around 15 things you could have pried it open with.
She comes back with a decent-looking crowbar.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'd like to try. I've never really tried to. I'm qualified, but in the spirit of adventure.
Give it a try.
No, so I'm
going to require a roll plus strength here.
Okay.
I've been playing too much Apocalypse Engine. Give me a strength test.
Yeah, let's see. And my luck doesn't change. I rolled a 6, and I don't have a bonus in that. So
not only did you not get it open, but you broke a nail.
yeah.
No, that he didn't break a nail, either his own or the trapdoors.
He just ineffectually tries to put the pry bar into that.
She'll take a try at it herself once.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to suggest Zafir, who's probably the buffest of all of us.
Oh, yeah. You guys need, you need some muscle stuff to happen? I can do it.
Yeah, we would.
Okay.
Yes, please. I would like some muscle stuff back here, please.
I cast Bear Strength on Zafir.
Increasing his strength to what?
Out of a bear.
Lots.
It grants advantage on strength checks.
Oh, okay. That would do it.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So.
Hang on, I'm pulling up his sheet right now, and I'm grabbing my dice. I ran my D&D campaign yesterday, so my dice are still in the tote bag. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. And I just got to clear enough room on my desk. Okay.
The better of 2d20 plus 3.
Shit, man. Huh. That's weird. On my D&D Beyond character sheet, my strength mod is 5. All right, plus 3.
Yeah, it's 3 in here. It's if you have 5, maybe that's something with your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
James, can we get together after this and just work out the discrepancies between the two sheets?
Mind if I sit in on that?
The better my 2 rolls is the nat 20.
Oh, very nice. Mm-hmm. You popped that right up.
By the way, this innkeeper that I'm helping, are they cute?
She is rather.
There might be a little bit of flexing and posing. Hopefully when Jilly's looking away.
Don't count on it.
You don't wanna cross Jilly if she's feeling jealous and vindictive.
I think I'll be up to Jilly to decide.
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Jilly's got a bit of dragon ancestry, right? You know, they do.
Look, Saphir adores Jilly, but he knows better than to piss her off. I'm just saying. He may be 3 times her size, but she is smarter than him. And she knows all his weaknesses.
She's also pretty focused on what's going on. So
That's true. So I'm kind of like showing off just a little and like, and then flexing just a little bit, you know. I don't know what a nat 20 would do in this situation other than I look really cool, I guess. I don't know.
you can apply your leverage in just such a way the trapdoor practically pops open.
All right. Cool.
You almost have to dodge out of the way when it flies open, and down there, in that compartment that is no more than about 6 to 8 inches deep,
Okay.
you see 2 bags, a book, and a bottle.
Uh-huh. And I go, well, ain't that funny?
The Big Book of Evil.
The Big Book of Evil.
No, actually, what it has is actually all the book has on its cover, as you can see it now, is a keg tap.
Whoa. Well, looks
Pictures
like
of one or an actual keg tap resting on it.
No, it's just a drawing of a keg tap.
Ah.
Who wants to explore what first?
I probably want to get out of Jilly's way.
Dibs on a bag.
Pardon?
Dibs on a bag.
Well, there are 2 bags.
I'll take whichever one looks more coin filled. Does either jingle?
Okay, one of them does jingle.
I will open that bag first.
Okay, and coins spill out. These are older coins too, but very spendable.
Oh. A lucky
honey.
find.
You count them out quickly, as I expect you would, and find about 40 gold.
40.
The bottle is clearly marked, although it's an old mark, as a healing potion.
Oh, nice. And I hand the lady the keg tap and goes, I'm guessing this goes over there.
Well, no, it's just a book with a keg tap on the cover.
Oh.
So maybe that's probably something from the ancestors.
It could be. What about this bag here?
Oh,
and she
yeah.
picks up the other bag, sort of squeezes it in her hand, looks a bit confused, looks at a tag sort of tied to the string around the neck of that bag, looks, sets the bag down, runs to the back.
I'm looking into the. I'm looking at that tag as well.
Okay, the tag shows a tankard with a line at the top representing liquid of some sort. Given that it's just sitting there and doesn't have any bubbles in it, you'd guess it was water. And over it is a hand in this pose.
Oh no, they're Nazis.
No.
Oh, that's good. Whew.
This world hasn't had Nazis, at least not by that name.
And even if they wouldn't have the OK sign.
Right.
So.
Right, that would be stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depending on the GM, it wouldn't necessarily be stupid. However, this is my game. It's stupid.
I think it would. Having the OK sign as a Nazi sign would always be stupid.
Yeah, really stupid.
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to look into
Jody comes back with a tankard.
Mm-hmm.
This couldn't be. I've heard about this family recipe. She gently pushes open the bag, reaches in with 2 fingers, picks up a few little grains of powder. The bag is apparently full of powder, and just sprinkles them over the tankard.
Okay.
Nothing happens for a few moments. Then the water begins to foam a little bit. And more foam. And more foam. And because it's not a clear tankard, you can't see what's going on underneath.
Does it smell?
It smells like beer.
Wow. Well, who wants to take a taste?
Jesus juice indeed, coy.
And that's a working man's miracle.
Yes, it is. So, who wants a taste?
I would.
No, that was a question.
Oh. Well, if you need volunteers,
I'd be willing to try it myself. I do have the palate for it.
Why don't we split this bad boy up?
Good idea.
Okay. She grabs 2 half tankards, and the liquid she pours out definitely has an amber cast to it now.
Okay, let's try it. I'm trying.
Okay, so Argyle and Jody?
Jilly, yep.
Oh. Well, okay, she digs out some sampler. She picks out some sampler glasses and takes those 2 mini tankards and divides them up, so everyone gets a shot, basically.
Okay. Let's try it.
She sips.
To the tap.
Yeah. She raises, clinks all around, and then sip.
Yeah.
How is it?
Fresh, hopsy.
Oh.
Very cool.
I have always been a fan of alchemy, but now, oh.
Okay, personal theory, it occurs to me that's fine until the powder runs out, and then I realize the book is probably the recipe.
Yes,
Yep.
I guess so. Very well. So that's a good find for you. So here you are. Take a look into the book.
Well, let's see. Oh. It mentions the tap. Which has some sort of special abilities. Well, what's this about the stone table?
I look under her shoulder.
You sort of pop your head up between her and the book, and
that is a ridiculously cute mental image, by the way.
what is?
Oh, it's
I popped up my head between her and the book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the passage that pops out to your eye, Jilly, is one of the later pages where you read a little something that says, "The guardian of the antechamber is a storm-tossed sea, in concept at least, if not an actual storm. Its energy and rage make it impassable to any but those with the greatest affinity for the maelstrom."
I read that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
See if that means anything to either the paladin, who would know religious references, or the mage, who would know magical references.
I'm guessing you want a religion roll?
Give me a religion check if you like. It's possible that you might not get a result. But give it a whirl.
Not amazing.
And I expect there are 2 people here who are going to roll on Arcane, am I correct?
Yes.
How do I have a +0 in religion? Okay, that's only 10.
Okay.
You don't get a... Oh, wow.
I fail another one and rolling just a 3 on the die. So with my +5, that's 8. And with my +3... that's 11, but it's blah.
Yeah, it's bleh. Yeah, you're not exactly sure what that means in context. It doesn't seem necessarily to be a religious thing, but you're not
Peeping?
great and magical thing either. On the other hand, Jilly has a fairly good idea that someone has put a guardian. It's sounding like someone has guarded a room somewhere with a some form of water elemental or water fury or something.
Mm.
A water elemental trapped in an excited state, shall we say.
And I will state that aloud.
Yeah, such a thing might not be something someone wants to deal with. It sounds like a kind of a dicey proposition, in fact.
This whole game is a dicey proposition.
Well, yeah.
Hey, sorry.
I'm
Maybe do it.
Oh, okay,
I'm doing what I can to make it dangerous.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, exploration has worked out for us. I mean, I found these 3 coins.
3 cool coins?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I point to, like, 3 coins set aside by the pile.
Actually,
ignore the pile.
Actually, all 40 of those coins, like I said, they are what look like standard that you would spend around Nelforge or any other town in Chaldea, except you would guess that they are about 300 years old.
300 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time to lie below the floorboards.
Right. Come to think of it, those nails did look kind of old.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Impressive.
If you
Great find.
You know, if you let me try and find a collector through the guild, they might be worth a lot more than their base value.
That's probably correct.
You have my interest.
Let me see what magic I can work for you. And with that, I do like a little prestidigitation of my fingers lighting up.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and with that bit of interest cleared up, let's switch over to the other group. We have Thagak sleeping inside the house in a guest room with Julie and Candace. Not in that sense.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Saria and Warren and Tessa sleeping different places outside.
Sleeping?
Or
Well,
standing watch.
Yes.
Whatever it is we might be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not to imply anything like, you know.
How are you going to break this up? Setting up any sort of watch structure between you?
That might
Or are
be a
you
good
just
idea.
going to spend the night awake?
so we're doing watch. I'll take a watch.
We're not there.
You're at the keg tap, and I've switched over to the Lavinnel house.
Sorry, got confused.
That's okay.
Ignore me.
Two awake, one asleep, or one awake, two asleep.
I mean, we could trade out depending on when people get tired.
Yeah, that would probably work. I don't know. I'm expecting trouble versus oh, we need to keep someone up in case something happens. I feel like something will happen.
Yeah. I personally would want to. I wouldn't want to be like right next to the window, but I would want to, like to keep her window within sight. So that, like, because obviously that's where it happened last night. So I want to be able to make sure that if the person or thing is going to make a reappearance there, they're not going to see us, but we're going to be able to see them and make a quick entrance if we need to. And I would convey that to my outside people.
That works for me.
Okay. So I am tempted to break this up in shifts. Who's awake for the first shift? And are you doing a 3 or 4 shift night?
Since there are 3 of us, the 3 shift sounds better.
3 shift then?
Yeah, let's do that. I guess I'll take first.
Okay.
Because reasons.
We have a Sagak inside too.
Yep.
Yeah, Thagak inside. Tess is going to take first watch. Is anyone else taking first watch, and who's taking the other 2?
I guess. Well, didn't you say Tessa's taking first watch? I'll take second then.
Yeah, okay. Tess is taking first watch. Thagak's on second.
I don't know's on third.
We should probably overlap the watches.
So on any given check, either you'll have 2 different people rolling perception checks, or 1 person rolling with advantage.
Yes.
Becomes a question of how you want to play it.
I can stay up. I can hit first with Tess.
My perception isn't that great, so like 2 people checking.
I have good perception, so.
Right.
Okay, so first watch. Perception checks, please, as you see fit. Either separate rolls or 1 with advantage.
Okay.
Also tell me who's awake.
Let me see. Perception, perception.
But sorry, I can get with
Oh, boy.
advantage.
Hey Ash, can you get me my box up there? The
the-
wooden box. Thank you.
The lady wants her dice.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
You want to roll separately or with advantage, James?
I'm
Well,
sorry.
James has already mentioned Tessa's perception is kind of meh.
Yeah.
So if you roll for the both of you, you get advantage. That may give you better odds.
That would be better.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I'll let you metagame this.
Huh. Okay.
Let's do 2 rolls with the good modifier.
Let's go. 17. Okay.
Yay, math!
Ooh.
Leave my dice alone.
Okay, so it looks like nothing is happening up at the house. That was... Yeah, it looks like nothing is happening up the house, but it does look like a little rain may be rolling through shortly. Who's on second? Don't say it, John.
Oh, I already did that one.
Yeah. Okay, so Warren and who else, if anybody?
Thagak.
Okay, Thagak and Warren. Who wants to do the perception check, or do you both?
You do it.
Okay, Warren, you get with advantage, so...
Just a second.
He has to pull up his character.
Yeah, because I was sleeping. Perception. That's 3. Okay. 19.
Okay. You're also you're also pretty sure nothing is going on outside the house on that roll. Fairly certain. However, inside there is a gasp.
Uh-oh.
That's from Candace's room.
Okay, double fisting.
Okay. Yeah, there is a gasp from inside the house.
Okay. Going for that.
For a loud gasp.
Door flung open, running.
Yep. I'm making a beeline. I'm zeroing in on that, you know.
Right, and you pop out of the your room, and there's Candace running down the hallway.
Okay. I said, "Kid, in here," and I look to see if anything is behind her.
You look, and you don't see anything behind her. She continues running down toward the end of the hallway.
Okay, well, I catch up with her.
Mm-hmm. She flings the window open and looks around confused.
I look too.
Yeah, at this point, Warren, you can see the window of the second floor window of the house just pop open, and Candace leans out. Thagak is behind her.
Perception roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
13.
13.
And I say to her also, you know, what are we looking for?
I'm not sure. Something I saw. It's is it your imagination, or is her gown a little wet?
I see. Were you taking a bath in your gown before you saw it?
No, Oh, I see what you mean. And she sort of recoils a bit, realizing that, yes, her nightgown is a bit wet in spots.
I don't focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
If I thought it was deliberate, I might respond differently, but no.
Right. Andros, at this point, gets up to the second floor landing, looks over and says, "Oh, mistress, is ever..." Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just looks away immediately.
Hey, what happened? Did you, like, drop a glass of water or something?
No, it was, the man said he didn't He said he.
He said he.
Maybe it's nothing.
Maybe it's not. If it's not, it could be really important.
I'm going to need a persuasion check on this.
Oh yeah.
She is ready to she is ready to just write it off, whatever it is, on account of it sounding crude.
For being one of my specialties, I have a +6.
Then you're inside the house then.
Okay, that's a total of 24.
24.
Dang.
At this point, it's clear that something strange is going on, and there's no reason to worry about people thinking you're nuts for having seen something that doesn't make sense, because that usually means it's even more important. Tell you what, why don't we get you into something dry, and we'll sit down, and I'm prepared to listen. I'm a bard. It's one of the most important skills we learn.
Okay.
You know, because you got to memorize all those lays and legends and stuff. So, you know, I'm actually going to get some. I'm going to get a piece of charcoal, of writing charcoal, and some sheets of paper to take notes on.
And I'll start the tea.
Sorry.
And I'll start the tea. Andros says.
Yeah.
He goes rushing back to the. He goes rushing back down to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Candace goes back to her room briefly.
Okay. I stand nearby with my back turned, you know.
Mm-hmm.
As you do.
And then
she has on the dress she had yesterday. So.
And eventually, we all sit down at a table.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you bringing Saria and Tess in on this?
I think we should bring Saria and Tess in on this too.
Mm-hmm.
Or Saria at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I would hope we bring all of us in.
Well, actually, that's the first thing I'll say to Candace. Do you mind if we bring Saria in? She might.
Not at all. Not at all. She may need to hear this too. I don't know what it means, but.
So. Best kind of mystery. Because you know what it means. Okay, anyway.
Right. Okay.
So, let her get settled. We get in here, get the tea poured, and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At this hour, the tray of little sandwiches that goes with it is understandably small, but it's there.
I'm disappointed.
Right. Not to worry.
Yeah, and she says, I guess it was just a dream, but it was so vivid. And I woke up wet. So I guess there's something to it.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it was an older man. Appeared to me in the room. He was standing on a swirling disc, and the robe he was wearing had lightning playing across it.
Uh-huh. I jot all of this down.
He said he was glad to see me.
Mm-hmm.
That I had taken my... No, it didn't seem menacing at all. It just seemed cryptic. He was glad to see me at last, and...
Uh-huh. Did he give you a name at all?
He did not.
Okay. That's the first thing a friendly person does is tell you their name.
I think he said something, and I can't remember it.
Ah, okay.
Right, but anyway, he said he was glad to see me, and that it's a good thing that I was taking my rightful place in the town.
Uh-huh.
And that a legacy would soon become available to me.
Uh-huh.
A legacy, that's what he said.
People who show up in your dreams and talk about legacies usually aren't talking about a store of cash someplace.
No, I guess they're not. But that's the thing. He didn't seem in any way hostile.
Right.
He just appeared at the side of my. He just appeared at the foot of my bed like some lost uncle.
Ah, right.
Telling me that.
Okay.
And then she chuckles.
Something?
No, I just had a weird thought. Yeah, if my father's plan had gone through the way it was originally, he'd be receiving the legacy. Maybe.
That one too.
I'm kind of glad he isn't.
Yes, I find myself wondering now if he even knew about it. But whatever.
So someone was playing a long game if that's the case.
Or maybe he did know about it and that was the main reason for what he was doing. We don't know. Not till we know what it is. So I try and get as much description out of her. This robe with lightnings playing across.
Well, yeah, robe with lightnings, elderly man with long beard.
Right. So yeah, I'm going to be
plain-looking staff, but with a metal tip that seemed oddly shiny in the dark.
Wouldn't that be a spear?
Saria, does that any of that imagery ring a bell with you? You know, you're muted.
Yeah, you and Coy are both muted right now. There we go. Well, there's Coy unmuted.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, so unless Saria wants to pipe up here with anything.
Yeah, does any of it sound at all like familiar to me? Like anything that I've ever heard of before?
I'm wondering which you should make the check on, nature or arcane.
I think from the description, I'd say arcane is the more likely one.
Probably.
Which you really only have a +1 in, but still.
But I'm always willing to roll on stuff that I don't have anything in anyway. Huh?
Got a +3 in arcana.
Well, you can roll on it too if you want to.
Go ahead. Or since you're both listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're listening to Warren. You can roll on it too. Let's see who rolls better. Like,
or one of you rolls for all of you with advantage.
Right. Well, okay. Anyway, yeah, I have a +0 on it, but I rolled a 16, so. So whoever makes the main roll, I guess.
Since you've kind of gone with the roll, yeah, there is a definite storm theme about this guy. But the fact that he seems kind of orderly about it. Some old wizard, perhaps.
Right. Perhaps a legendary storm-themed wizard. Well, we can talk to Argyle when they come back from town. If he knows any legends about that. Me being a bard, I'm trying to think of stories that I might know. But then again, that I guess is what's behind my roll that I already made. So, so that would be it, right?
Actually, yeah, you made it. Okay, sort of talking between you about legends of storm-based wizards. A name comes up between the three of you. Melitok.
Melitok. Ooh.
Melatonin.
Well, at this time of night, you may need somebody to help you get back to sleep.
Melitok.
And he was Yeah, let me check my spelling. Oh, they're having fun with the name in chat.
Of course we are. Of course, it's our resident troll, Coy.
Yeah, he was he had a reputation for being a good wizard, but that was several hundred years ago.
Uh-huh.
Has he become evil in the meantime?
Well, he'd been dead in the meantime, so
Neither.
That can be a temporary condition.
true.
I got better.
But the reports were he died centuries ago. And his
And he's had
tomb
plenty of
was,
times to recover.
and the tomb was somewhere toward the north in Chaldea.
Uh-huh.
Seflivil is kind of in the north of Chaldea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's this odd chance that the tomb is around here, maybe? Hard to say. Keep digging, Coy.
Yeah. Fickle fate, how it plays with important places becoming strange backwaters that are only relevant to drug dealers.
Yeah.
Well, it goes the other way around. Backwaters becoming important places.
Yeah, usually, but not in this case. In this case, it's the former haunt of an important wizard fallen into fallen into obscurity.
Well, we have no idea if he was around here or not, but yeah, we definitely need to find out more about that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Research is called for.
So with the with that evening's festivities out of the way, this might be a good time to have everyone get back to bed, dream their respective dreams, and wake up in the morning and start comparing notes.
Right.
You may find you have a few things to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Diggity bo.
Good morning, everybody. So, should we head back to the mansion?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Side note, free RPG day. Yeah, I grabbed a copy.
Nice. I was so sad I was too sick to go out on free RPG day. Ah, I'm so mad.
God, the pains are coming back.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the game.
Yes. I don't know why everybody's wanting to talk about roosters all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, I assume those from the tavern will make their way back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those at the tavern make their way back to the house. Those at the house make their way back to the tavern. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Pass each other. Hey, hello. Arrive at our respective destinations. You know, this could have worked out better. Do you want to give them the chance to do something while we travel, or should we just say, we're there?
Yeah, I'm just going to let you fast forward.
Prepare to fast forward. Fast forwarding, sir. Okay.
There's less jet lag that way.
Okay, so we'll just fast travel. I pull up the map.
Nice.
Okay,
And
so
you can arrive back at the house with your weird tidings.
Yep.
hey
there is
everybody.
there is another question. Who
Hello.
kept what?
Hmm?
There is another question. Who kept what?
Well, I kept all the notes I wrote as Candace was talking about her experience.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other group. Argyle,
Right.
Gilly, and
Well,
Seflivil.
I'd say we Chili took the coins, I think. Again,
if she could get away with it, she would take them all.
yeah, on the
getting
promise of changing them and getting more value for them. And the rest of the stuff belongs to the house, to the inn. So,
but there was that book.
That book, doesn't that also belong to the inn?
Well, yes.
Yes.
So you're going to leave that there?
Yes, I'll leave it to her. So
actually, as you're about to leave it there, I say we should borrow that at least for the day, just in case the notes become important, and we can copy the book.
Actually, there is quite a bit in that book.
Hey, David, can I ask a quick out-of-character question? Just
out of character, sure. Yeah.
That rough neighborhood that we worked in, where the kid was eating people, what was that called?
That was Tuning's Fork.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. I'm up there.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. That's true.
You have the Keg Tap Journal with you, and you're going to have a read through it during the day.
Then I'm going to try to make sense of all that's in there and see what is useful and what isn't useful for her or for us. And
now,
I'm going to need you to. You're going to have to take a little time to read it, and it is kind of a dense work.
You know, in actual history, alchemists used to keep their recipe books and things like that heavily coded. That's where all this talk about raising the green lion and stuff like that is, and the union of opposites and all of that stuff. That's actually a metaphor for the chemical processes they would fiddle with. So it could be that sort of that when Gilly read that passage out loud, I was, of course I wasn't there, but me personally was listening, and that was the first thing I thought of was alchemy doing that kind of exactly.
Yeah, in light of other events, though, you might come to think of that phrase, which I'm going to go ahead and read out to you again because I have it written out here, and I might as well get as much use out of it as I can.
Yes.
The guardian of the antechamber is a storm-tossed sea, in concept at least, if not an actual storm. Its energy and rage make it impassable to any but those with the greatest affinity for the maelstrom.
Huh.
And Melitok is got a storm theme going.
And Melitok is a basically wizard of storms, or so he's known.
That's practically the first thing we get here. Once we have the meeting, I sort of pause for a moment and say, just, Argyle, take a bit of time, rack your brains for everything you ever may have heard about Melitok and so on. I guess that would be an arcane roll.
Yeah, like, as soon as Argyle comes in, like, Sario is basically like, Melitok, start thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. I will cast the ability enhancement on him for intelligence.
Oh yeah, thank you. Ability enhancement. What does that do?
Oh, actually,
gives
no. I'll save my
more...
casting and just assist you so that you get advantage.
Okay, that works too.
Okay.
So, comparing notes on this Melitok fellow. Give me a roll, Arcana.
So, an advantage thing for the...
Yep, advantage.
Advantage.
Yep, an Arcana check with advantage. This should stand you in good stead. Unless your dice really suck.
My dice, the better die, comes up with a 9. That is...
That's rough.
With all the Arcana +5 is 14,
14.
and +3 is 17.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. You turned that around.
Rescued by bonuses. Holy crap.
Right.
Holy crap.
Right.
Crap load of bonuses at that.
That's really
Yeah.
good.
Now, yeah, you have a certain measure of information on him because he is, well, a small legend. He is a wizard of storms. He is said to have an ability to. Much of his magic is invested in much. Yeah, much of his magic was invested and practiced in the creation and control of them.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Right.
So yeah, he had focused his attention on bad weather and how to mitigate it, apparently. Got a reputation as a good wizard for that, and died maybe about 450 to 500 years ago.
Or is said to have died. Maybe.
The records on that are somewhat... you'd have to research to get the precise number, but you're fairly sure 450 to 500 years ago.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah. There's another thing that may cross your minds at this point. You're looking into someone... Yeah, you're right now looking into someone who has an affinity for and some control over storms.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else is in the area?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some sort of acolyte of a storm deity that you really don't want getting out of his confinement.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Who is I agree because he picked Seflivil to start out, so he decided to inform he must be a cephalopod. That's my headcanon, and I'm sticking to it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, this just got Lovecraftian.
Right?
Well, okay, so maybe just in his evil aspects like that. And she's gone.
Maybe.
Hmm.
So with that new knowledge, I guess Argyle is going to take some time to read, or is Jilly, or who?
I'm going to, if you want me to do an IQ check on it, and I'm going to enlist Argyle's help. So let Argyle take the lead on the roll. But basically jot down a Cliff Notes version. Basically, you know, fill a notebook with information from the book.
And you can find...
And do a roll to see how much of the good stuff we retain, giving Argyle advantage.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to make this 2 checks. Because this journal is interesting for a number of reasons. The first check is going to be on Arcane, as is expected.
Yep.
Let's see.
Can anyone assist? I mean, remember, as a bard, one of my specialties is going to be looking through old text and things like that.
Yeah, one person helping, 10-person helping doesn't give them any more advantage.
Right. Okay, then.
Okay. This time I rolled an 18, so
finally... a bunch of stuff on that. So that's 27, 26?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
26. 26.
Yeah, I also run champions on the weekends. Fast math is kind of a helpful thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a good bit of magical theory in there, although not necessarily about... what's his name? Oh, Melitok. This is more about the magic of the Newberries. I would also like a history roll, please. And this can also be advantage.
Yeah, well, I only have a +2 in it total because I got no intelligence bonus. So
Right.
maybe I shouldn't be, unless nobody else has that one.
I get it with a +3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
And by
try
a
it.
system, you can give advantage.
Okay.
Well,
Advantage. Oh, a 20! Yay!
Oh my, yes.
is that a nat 20 or just a
A
total?
natural 20.
Nat 20 plus assorted stuff puts him at 28.
Hmm.
So what you get
Damn.
out of that, yeah, not only is this a sort of review of the Newberry's magic, which describes reference to an object called simply sweet hops.
Sweet hops.
Sweet hops.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the beer powder.
Elsewhere in the book is written parts of a recipe. It doesn't appear to be the complete recipe for what amounts to instant beer. That one will take a little time in the shop to decode and properly make sense of. Yeah, here the notes are simply incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
But there is reference to the several gesundheits.
Yes.
Yeah, but there is mention in the Arcana part about the sweet hops. The most of the formula for the instant beer, like I said, that'll take some tinkering, and their potential uses.
Mm-hmm.
There is also mention in the book also has a good bit of the old history of the Seflivil area. It mentions the stone table. It mentions the old barracks of the Resistance, and a few other landmarks along those lines, which were underground. And connected to those is made mention of the thing I'd mentioned before, the Guardian of the Antechamber.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to guess, Melitok's tomb was somewhere near that. And there's an additional note toward the end of the book saying that the maelstrom may be impassable, but I may have a crazy idea.
Oh, well, that's bound to work. Just remember, if it's a stupid idea and it works, it was still a stupid idea, but you got lucky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, armed with all that knowledge, and having had some time to prepare the abridged notes of the book, what are you doing?
I write a song about it.
I ask if she's aware of any local historians.
That would be a good way to pursue.
You're asking Candace this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's pretty new to the area
She
too.
is pretty new to the area, and I don't know of anybody, I'm afraid.
But
you know,
very old books that we moved to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to search through those.
Okay.
Ooh, books. Let me at them.
Yay!
Yeah.
Book a research montage time.
Ah, yes.
Yes, this must be a fantasy campaign because we have so many people interested in literacy.
yes. Read a book. The solution to 99 problems out of 100. You got the right book. You've got the problem licked. Yeah, and the other thing I will suggest, and I hate that I keep forgetting the name of the NPC, but the pushy woman who is local, who wanted the... Yeah. I think if we question Celebre, we may get not only some of the answers that we seek, we might get some bonus information just by prying her a bit.
Yeah, especially get her ranting about stuff she disapproves of. You know, that's how we'll hear about the most interesting things.
Exactly.
Oh, please let Saria be a part of this.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to want at least one person's help so I can get advantage on my persuasion check.
Yes. Actually, I've gotten some of my funniest tavern songs that way by listening to moralists going on about things.
Oh, we have to make this happen. Yes, please.
Because I think someone tactful and then Saria, who's completely untactful,
Yep.
is like a great mixture.
Well, you know, so one of my class features lets me get an extra +2 in, for example, persuasion, over and above my attribute and proficiency bonuses.
Oh my gosh!
So
I
like,
may even be giving you
the three of us
advantage.
Well, yeah, my total adds in persuasion are +6.
Yep.
Nice.
I think you got as high as +5. You're pretty close, but
yeah, I'm +5 because I wanted to make the character somebody who could really wheel and deal in merchants guilds. So yeah, funny that's a goal for her.
That.
Huh. Yeah, well, that's not really my character's area of focus, but you know.
Yeah, so it works out.
It works out.
So do you want to divvy up into groups, one group for the book and one group for the persuasion, or do you want to just do it one at a time? And just everybody do it all at once for both?
Yeah, my sinuses are doing a few strange things, and I feel my voice changing. I'm wondering if I should break off just a little bit early this week and prepare fully for things happening next week.
It's about 3:45 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Cut it short then?
Cutting it just a little short.
Okay then. So whoever is watching, you'll see us again next time.
Goodbye, future viewers.
Take care.
Yeah, bye.